You set out to be a gentle parent. You swore you'd never yell like your parents did. You validate feelings, you get down on their level, but lately, your kid hits you and you are constantly saying gentle hands. Or they refuse to sleep, so you lie in their bed for 2 hours. You feel walked all over. The hard truth is that you might not be gentle parenting anymore, and instead, you've slipped into permissive parenting, and they are not the same thing. I'm Amanda Armstrong, and today I'm giving you 3 red flags that show you've crossed the line from kind to pushover. There's a fine line between permissive parenting and gentle parenting. Red flag number 1 of permissive parenting is that you're afraid of your child's feelings. True gentle parenting means accepting feelings while holding the limit. Permissive parenting means moving the limit to stop the feelings. Here's an example. Let's say you told your kiddo no ice cream today, and your child screams. The gentle response would be, I know you're sad or mad and that you really want ice cream, but it's too close to dinner time. If your child keeps screaming, then you tolerate the scream, but still don't get them ice cream. A permissive parent would panic and negotiate. They may say something like, okay, just 1 scoop, but you have to stop screaming. The difference is that the permissive parent changed the rule in the moment. If you're modifying your rules specifically to avoid a tantrum, you have crossed the line into permissive parenting, and you're prioritizing peace over parenting in general. Another red flag is that you explain over and over. We think if we just explain the why well enough, our child will eventually agree. The reality is that children are irrational. They don't care about your logic. They care about what they want. If you find yourself giving a 5-minute TED Talk to a 4-year-old about why we need to put on pants, and they are still ignoring you, you've crossed over into permissive parenting. A gentle parent is clear and concise. You simply say you are wearing pants because it's 42 degrees out, while a permissive response is a negotiation. This next sentence is a harsh reality, and it is not going to be received well by every parent. But a parent will stop seeking their child's approval for rules and boundaries they set. Again, your child does not have the logic or wisdom to make the rules, so you don't need them to agree with you. Red flag number 3 is that there are no consequences and only chances. Here's an example. Your child hits a sibling, so you respond with a gentle, "We don't hit because it hurts." And the kids go right back to playing. 5 minutes later, they hit again, and you say, I said no hitting. The harsh truth is that if the only consequence for bad behavior is your voice, you're being a permissive parent rather than a gentle parent. We all know that actions speak louder than words. Even a gentle parent will have to dole out consequences when the kids won't like it. Something as small as you lost this toy for 10 minutes will result in a behavior change, where simply saying don't hit will not have a true lasting impact. If you're replaying the last time your kiddo hit someone and thinking, uh-oh, don't worry, you can still pivot. You did this out of love. You wanted to be kind, and you don't have to be mean to get results. But you do need to add an extremely important part of parenting: setting boundaries. There are some non-negotiables in life, like we don't physically harm others. That is not just a boundary, but a standard for life in general. You're not a bad guy for telling your child we don't harm others and giving them a tangible consequence when and if they do. One way to make sure you're setting boundaries and not being a drill sergeant is write out your family's main ethical and moral standards. Those are your boundaries. Next week, we'll talk about how to set those boundaries up in your home without turning into the scary drill sergeant. Until then, watch out for those red flags and see if you have shifted into permissive parenting.